Welcome to my channel. I like to show you today the sweatshirt that it's small, and I'm gonna make it bigger, and I like to share with you and show you how easy you can do so. So I will use another fabric. So I'm showing you here the sweatshirt, and it's a little bit older, and I love the fabric. The fabric, it has it's cotton silky feeling, it's wonderful. And mm, we as a women, we like to wear clothing, and some of the outfits, we love them. So I want to wear it more, but uh, with the age, gain a little bit weight. So this is how it goes. Let me show you the fabric, as I mentioned before, that I'm gonna use. I'm using uh, sweatpants that is another fabric to add to the outfit. I used this fabric before, and I love to work with. I'm using scissors, and those scissors, if some of you have arthritis, it's easy because it's standing on the table right away, and you don't need to cut in the air. It's comfortable. So I'm showing you a little bit of my scissors that I use. So you have one that have the kind of curve, and this is the viscose, and I'm not promoting anything. I'm just showing you the comfortable scissors that you can use. See, it's named viscose, and I have some viscose on another place that I have them for 20 years, and they still cutting and very comfortable. And I'm showing you ones that have a sprinkle in the middle, the kind of see, any kind of lock they have. Nope, they have to lock it. So if you don't feel comfortable and you have arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, just use the scissors that's comfortable for you, and I hope less painful for your hands. And those are, I don't see the name, I didn't see the name then, but the $139 or something. This even more, much expensive. It's good for heavy fabric, or it's for somebody that work a lot, because certain scissors, they are for home cutting, and when you are having your own place as a business, so you need something like a black scissors, if you see the black handle. So I'm sewing home, so I'm using the orange color scissors, And here I am cutting the edges of overlock to make it clear the fabric. For preparing to extend, I did measure, but I'm going to measure again. I like to measure several times to be sure that I have enough fabric. And I'm cutting here the edges of the overlock. I'm using the measurement tape, and I'm gonna see, first I'm gonna measure the sweatshirt, and afterward I'm gonna measure. I will probably need 2.5 inches to add on the side of my sweatshirt, so the line will go through the sides to the sides of the sleeve. Well, many times I'm opening the seam, but here with this edge of the sweatshirt, I like to cut because it's taking time to find. So I'm cutting the edges of the serger of the overlock, and I'm gonna go back to my fabric and I'm gonna measure first the sweatshirt, and then I'm gonna see how much I need. The longest piece, I start from the beginning. I will try to save the edges. This is how I'm going there, and I'm measuring now. And I'm gonna fold the measurement tape. Here you go. And I want to see how much I need, and I like to add a little bit more because you don't know the fabric, different fabric, so it will change, it might change the size, so I would like to add a little bit more. And when I'm done, so I will cut the hemming edges. So to be sure, as I have experience, again, I'm gonna add 2 inches, a little bit more longer, to be sure again that the outfit will have enough fabric and I won't have a shortage. What I want to show you here, that this gray color, it's wonderful color, and you can add to your outfits 2 colors, 3, 4 colors. You can, if you're adding the gray color, it's very forgiving, and it gives opportunity for you to add whatever you like. And you can add green color, you can add lace. I'm just showing you that it's welcoming, and you can mingle colors in the gray color. I'm using gray color um, not just for my sweatshirt as today, but I'm using gray color to add to many outfits that I am working on. If they don't have enough fabric or they got smaller, and I'm just showing you that it's welcoming all the other colors, blue, pink, red, um, yellow. You can mix with gray anything, black. So I'm just showing you the lace, that even it's welcoming the lace. Look how nice it's look. So you can play around on the table when you're working on your outfit and see that I can add a pink color too, if you can see, and it will be fine. So I'm just showing you, and if you are a beginner, I am encouraging you to use colors, add colors, and if you are upcycling as me, here I have a stain that I'm not afraid of. I'm washing first the fabric before I start. I'm ironing, and I just want to show you that if I'm going to put on the pink color, the black lace, it will close the stain, and the stain will disappear. If you can see, I have flowers in the lace, and I can use the stripes, or I can do whatever I like. It, and I can add different lace, different colors. So again, if you're a beginner, you can add colors and try as me, as I am upcycling, and I love to do the upcycle. So I am encouraging you to try. Don't be afraid. You can do, you see, on top of the black, you can put piece of white. So play the colors as I do, and see what you can find interesting, and in the end, when you finish in the garment, you can find it, that you can make a lot of beautiful creative clothing. And this is the beginning of someone that wants to do the sewing. Now I want to go back to my sweatshot, and I'm going to cut the piece that I need to cut. This is my soap, and I want to show you how I'm using my soap. When I'm washing my hands, this is the way that I'm washing my hands to make my soap thinner, smaller. When it becomes to the end, it becomes flat. If you can see, then I let it dry for 2 days, and I can work with. It's good with the soap when I'm using the iron on top of the soap that I'm marking, do markings. I iron and the soap disappear, and it's not chalk. So this is the way that I am gonna mark, you know, my stripe that I'm gonna add. I'm showing you the way that I am measuring, and putting the measuring tape on the edge, and continue. I'm not gonna cut the hemming of this piece, because I'm gonna use it, and I want to show you how I'm gonna use it. Now I did the marking, then I use the ruler, and I make a straight long line with my soap, and then I'm gonna cut. But I am straightening up the edges, because I want this to be as straight as possible. Follow the measurements. See, and here and there. This is how I mark. It is important to continue marking till the end. Now I'm gonna fold the fabric and I'm gonna fold it again. Now I'm gonna fold it on the side because I need double, and this is what I'm showing with my hands, a double. So I fold it to double and double. So it means one way double and the other. Now I'm cutting here, and then I'm gonna cut on the gray. I'm gonna split on 2 stripes. Here you go, and I'm done with the piece of the pants that left. I'm gonna use this fabric, I'm sure, again. It's wonderful. It's washed wonderful. It's ironed wonderful. And now I'm gonna need to cut on the grain. See the mark of the soap, half. So I'm gonna cut on the half. And I'm trying to adjust the edges, but they are really not so important because I'm gonna go on the serger overlock, and the overlock itself will have a knife, so I will cut it with the overlock would make it straight and clean, and the stitch will look nice. So now I am splitting on the half the fabric because I'm gonna have 2 stripes. I'm just pick up the fabric to show you that I'm cutting on the half, and now I have 2 stripes. Alright, here we go. 2 stripes, exactly same size, and this is what I'm gonna work with. Now I need to finish opening the stitches on Sweatshirt. I'm always starting with the sleeves. You have to be careful when you're cutting. You have to feel your fabric, and you have to put your hand inside the outfit to see. Yeah, I have a little experience, some many years, and I am still can make mistakes. So you have to be careful and watch what you're doing, because I don't want you to be discouraged. I want you to succeed. See how I'm putting the hand inside the outfit, and it's easy for me to cut. Then I know that I'm not gonna cut the other side, or it's not straight. So you know, the scissors, they don't have eyes, so I need to be more responsible. And I'm gonna continue cutting till I'm gonna come to the other end. I'm gonna get rid of this of overlock serger stitch. I could do it, yes, I could find the end of it and try to open, but usually on the outfit when you're wearing sometime has a stress on the sides, and especially that I gain a little weight, so I like to get rid of the stitch with a little bit of where is the stitch, where the stitches are. My experience is they are ripped and can be a little bit destroyed. So when you're working on this stitch, you're opening exact stitch and you're working on top of it, what can happen? You can have some damage of the fabric there. So this area I like to get rid of if the outfit not new, or you wear it as I like to wear. I cut on the sides. So now I'm gonna work from the one side to another, and usually I start with the sleeves. See, um, trying to see if it fits. Okay, and if you can see there, I didn't cut the hemming. Now I am sitting on the serger, and I'm gonna work with the white color thread. My serger is brother, and I have it for a couple of years, the serger. If you see, I have hemming ready, and I'm not cutting the hemming. It's easy when you have hemming. You just need to make it straight and to catch the fabric. I'm not using pins here. I'm not using pins here. I have bad experience with the pins and serger, and I'm not going to do the basting. You have to hold two fabrics together, and this is the most stressful place where you need to be super careful. Don't pull those fabrics at all. You just put them. Okay, we can working on the serger. Now that I pass the edge, this is where the stress out, and I check that it catch both of the fabric and it catch it exact. Now I am continue working with the fabrics, but do not pull one of the fabrics, just let them lay one on top another and straighten up the edges, but not pulling. Just give the serger do his job. So I'm just giving my hand and serger's taking care of it. I'm checking if the serger did nice work, and the serger is cutting the edges that I didn't cut them well or proper, or just straighten up, making look beautiful. Again, edges one on top another, and checking again. See how beautiful it works. I love my serger. See what is cutting, what I don't need, and I'm happy that my serger doing the job for me. So I'm straightening up the stripe and putting one on top another, and only laying my hand on this way that it shouldn't look that I am pulling. You should feel that you just slightly putting your hand on top, slightly putting your hand on the bottom to give the serger he's gonna serge the fabric, but I am not pulling. Just straighten up. There is no waves on the fabric, and fabric is the edges together. This is what I do. The serger will do what needs to be done. And this is what I love about this serger, that he's very gentle and he does the job. So continue doing this. Whereas two stitches, there's there a little bit stress. So when I'm gonna serge under the armpit, this is the old serger stitches, and I know it's stress there. I'm going slower. I always go slower when it has a lot of layers of fabric or bulk of fabric, just to be careful, because if you're going fast, you might break the needle or the serger won't. See, I'm helping here by my hand and going very slow. Have to have the control of this. So this is what I'm trying to do. See, not pulling, just pampering the fabric and be sure the edges are together. See, they are together, that's all. And I'm putting the hand under, and the hand on top again. I'm laying out softly. It needs to be like a guidance, but I'm not using force. Not pulling the fabric. Don't pull fabrics, because the outfit would look strange and not nice. And again, I want you to succeed. See the fabric that my serger cutting again, and I love it. I love the work that he does again. Continue serging. See? See what I'm doing with my fingers? Just pampering and going soft on the fabric. The hand on top is just to fabric not to, not to run away. See? I'm going soft there. Done. And I'm gonna go back. I'm checking before I'm going back to the stitch, I'm checking the stitch itself and seeing if it's doesn't have holes, because sometimes my sergers, I have many sergers, so they can make, some kind of um, tricks, and sometimes they don't stitch everything, or just some fabrics they didn't cut or didn't put, or different fabrics and they didn't serge. So I need to go over sometimes or need to fix. Now that I did this stitch, I always going back from the place that I start. If I start on the sleeve, this is the place when I'm gonna go back and do the second stitch that needs to be connect the sleeve. I'm not gonna start with the different edges. I'm gonna start second stitch with the serger where I start before, because fabrics, and this is what I'm showing you, can move a little bit. This is two different cotton fabrics, but they still different. I didn't have exact the same fabric, so they might, if I'm gonna start with a different edge, it might go crooked. So it is important for me that I should do the perfect work as possible. So this is what I am doing. From the beginning, exact the same beginning that I did, I'll serge. Second stitch. Now here I am on the regular sewing machine that I need to do the another small stitches to keep fabrics together. See what I'm doing? How I'm folding the edges of the serger, and here I'm gonna go very tiny stitches with the zigzag stitch. It will keep my thread that from the serger, and it will keep the edge of the serge together. And this is the edge, and this is where I need to do this kind of stitches back and forth with the serger. They're using those stitches on the jeans and on the other outfits to keep where is the edges or the stitch needs to be combined together with the fabric and stay nice on your body and won't go and be loose. So I'm doing all the stitches as I showed you. I'm folding inside the stitch. Here you go. The edge of the serger thread, I'm going to connect it, and the leftovers I'm going to cut with the scissors and get rid of it. But the beginning of that, it's going to stay together inside, and I don't need to take a needle and then go through the serger stitch. And this is easy way and the faster way for me to secure the thread and stitch together. Here I put the pin for you to show you that this edge of the hemming I'm going to do with a zigzag, small zigzag stitch. This is what I do. Putting under the sewing machine, and I'm choosing the exact color look alike a thread, and I'm going to use the small zigzag stitch to secure the hemming. And I'm always working on top of the fabric. You have to feel the folding fabric that under, and I'm going slow to be sure that I stitch in the ditch, as I'm saying, that I can catch the folding fabric under together. Here you go. I have a little bit of stress on this edge or left edge, because this sweatshirt being cut and made in a factory, and they probably try to save some fabric, and the edges wasn't exact the same from right to left. They were different, and I didn't know what's going on. So after you finish your work, you need to give a press. So press with the iron, and so I resolved the problem. Now I'm going to cut the thread from the serger that, and I'm going to cut the edge of the hemming. See, it's better to have more than less, because when you're cutting a little bit more, you know that you have enough fabric. Exact fabric, I don't know. I like to have a little bit more, as I said. So Now needs to go into the press with the iron. And I start always with sleeves. Alright, I'm taking here the iron, and this is the crazy iron, I call him up. This iron is very good when he's ironing the straight fabrics, not stretchy fabrics, and he's very good on jeans, but I call him crazy iron because he eats up all the other fabrics. I took different iron, and this iron it's very gentle even on lace without the sole, without the shoe or sandal that you put on the bottom. This iron it's very soft and very gentle on the fabrics, so I can go and I can iron with this iron. It doesn't I don't have problems, but it doesn't give much heat on simple cotton fabrics or jeans. It doesn't iron well. So on this kind of delicate fabrics, because I use different iron, and it's better to have one that it's tough on tough fabric and the other it's nice and delicate for the delicate fabrics, and it shouldn't eat up the fabric when it heats up. So I'm using different irons for different fabrics. They all simple irons, they don't cost much, and if something happened to the iron, it's alright. So I can go and buy another $15–20 a new different iron. I'm ironing all the stitches that I did, and I'm gonna iron the sweatshirt itself. Alright, continue ironing all of those things, all the stitches. The inside and the outside. Be very gentle when you are ironing on the serger stitches. There you go. So I hope you like my video. I hope I give you some inspiration, some ideas. If you like my video, like it, sign up, write me comments, and I hope to see you next time. So long.